Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a video that's a little bit different than what I usually film. I'm taking a break from filming weekly vlogs because didn't do anything interesting this week. But I've been wanting to film this video talking about heights and our fascination, I was gonna say our fascination with them as a culture, but how would I describe it? I'm not totally sure how to introduce this topic, so I think I'm just gonna start talking. So, I never really used to think about height when it comes to dating. I've dated guys that are shorter than me and guys that are taller than me. It's only recently that I've just become fascinated with height because every guy on these apps lies about their height by 2 inches. And I can't explain this, but from what I've seen on social media, Boston is kind of known for having short men. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't confirm that, and if it is true, I don't know why that is. But leave a comment if you know why. Or if you've dated in Boston, you're there's a zillion short kings running around. I've never really thought that much about height, when it comes to dating. I guess you could say I don't see height. Kind of like how people say, I don't see race. I'm kidding, obviously. But it's really just been fascinating me because height is one of those things you can't change. If I decide I want bigger boobs, I can get a boob job. If I don't like my nose, I can get my nose done. But if you don't like how tall you are, you can't just go to the doctor and be change my height. At least as far as I know, there's no procedure for that. But if you're a doctor, feel free to correct me. Or maybe you're a short person and you've gotten that procedure done. I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist. I'm pretty positive. Hi, Peanut. Thank you for joining us. I've noticed that a lot of guys have a weird complex about their height. Well, mainly if they're short, they have a weird complex about their height. I don't think tall guys, do they really think about it? I don't know. Is it a mood boost to them or a boost to their ego? Maybe it is. I don't know. But God, there is nothing more unattractive than a guy that is insecure about their height. It is so embarrassing. I think it says a lot about a guy, if they're insecure about their height. I can make a lot of judgments from that. So when I go on a date, I like to test out and see, are they insecure about their height? I know what you're thinking. You might be thinking, whoa, this sounds a little toxic. And maybe you're right, but I like to have some fun. So the way it normally goes is we'll be talking about family. The topic of family will come up. And I'll be oh, I have a brother. He's 16, so he's a bit younger than me. But he's growing up super fast. He's really tall. At that point, they'll be oh, how tall is he? And then I'll say 6'3". It's not a lie. He is 6'3". And people in my family are just really tall. I'm the shortest person in my family, and I'm 5'8". So it's not that weird. My dad is 6'1", and my stepmom is 5'11". So Wouldn't it be weird if my brother was short? Like, how would that even happen? Anyways, I was on a date with this guy last weekend, and I go through my little shtick. I don't remember what he said exactly, but he was visibly shaken up. Like, he made it very clear that he was intimidated by this information. It's just like, that's so lame. You're intimidated and threatened by a 16-year-old boy that's taller than you? You are a grown-ass adult. What? I knew it wasn't going to be a good match when I made a joke about O.J. Simpson, and he didn't know who O.J. Simpson was. Like, so much of my humor consists on niche pop culture references. I mean, O.J. Simpson isn't even niche. That's pretty mainstream. Like, so after that is when I knew it really wasn't going to work. What was I saying? So, yeah, I guess just because, like, I've been dating again, and it's been so long since I've actually dated because I was with my last boyfriend for 5 years, that I just find myself being fascinated by this whole height thing. I think ideally I would prefer to be with someone a little bit taller than me, but, like, I don't know that most of us really care. So I just think it's really interesting that a lot of guys have a deep insecurity about their height. There's really not that many beauty standards for men, are there? Like, there's a lot for women. We do a lot to look the way we look. I mean, we probably spend thousands of dollars a year to look this good. And it's not even the money. It's the fact that, like, we have to spend so much time and energy to look this pristine, and men just roll out of bed and boom, they're ready for the day. That's it. I don't think there's that many beauty standards for men. At this point, we've even romanticized the dad bod. I mean, don't even get me started on that. That's probably gonna be like, that would have to be like a whole nother video. I mean, it's like we're just comfortable with men doing the absolute bare minimum, but, you know, most women prefer a guy that's tall. So that's one thing. I guess I just feel like short men are not allowed to be angry about not being tall because you're already a man. So you already have so many privileges going for you. There's already so much you can get away with. So I would just embrace it. I don't know. I think having a complex about it really turns people off. Way more than just the fact that you actually are kind of short. It's the fact that you're really kind of weird about it that makes no one want to date you. I've been thinking, like, on my dating profile, I always put 5'7" because technically I'm not 5'8". Technically I'm 5'7 3/4. But now I'm thinking, maybe I should put 5'8". Maybe I should actually put 5'9", because if all of these men are lying about their height by 2 inches, if I match with a guy that's 5'9", and we meet up will actually be the same height, 5'7". So that's kind of what I'm thinking us women should do. We need to beat these men at their own game. If they're gonna lie by 2 inches, we also need to lie by 2 inches. Then the playing field is even. And don't even get me started on people that say they're 5'11". Nope, sorry, that does not exist. Well, if a woman says she's 5'11", I believe it, but if a man says he's 5'11", he's not. He's actually 5'9". And those are just the facts. I'm sorry. If you are actually 5'11", you would round up to 6 feet. So, oh, God. Oh, these numbers are making my head spin. You know I'm terrible at math. I never learned my multiplication tables. That's another thing I'll throw out on a first date, because my ex was super weird about that. Like, we would be lying in bed and he would turn to me and be like, 9 times 4. And I would so confidently blurt out the wrong answer. And he would be like, wait, you're joking, right? I'd be like, no, I'm not joking. That's my guess. I don't know my multiplication tables. I've never learned them. And he'd be like, you're seriously disturbing me. You're disturbing me. Sorry, I have other talents. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for listening to my rant. I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.